visit somebody right on my call. This is the moment you're meant to know.
Hello, everyone. Baby Crones back. I know I haven't been on air. I mean, she wasn't here, and because of all the things that we didn't talk about, we missed the first part of Atlanta, and we're just going to do a quick one of what we missed. The 2 weeks, Sunday and the one before Sunday. Yes. So we're going to talk about that. But Baby Crone is back and we miss her.
Yes.
I'm glad you're back.
Thank you. Maybe I should share about my little field trip that I took to the observatory.
Yes, please take them and give them a minute. 30 seconds.
Yes, I went to go observe through a radio telescope. I got a little bit a different experience about the different types of ways astronomers view outer space, and it was very nice. I got to actually record data and observe in different frequencies and wavelengths and elements. It was just really nice. It definitely showed me what a life of an astronomer is like.
And I was so glad when she got back because she's been gone a while. But I have to learn that when she's gone, I have to come on. But I was taking it as a vacation. But nevertheless, enough of that. Just glad to have you back. It's been a moment. So yes, let's get into it. So what happened in Atlanta of not this week, but the following, before
Yes, Bailey had her Bailey Q to celebrate. Yeah. Usually she says she has it on July 4th. But because Juneteenth is now a national holiday, which celebrates a form of Black history, she wanted to use that day as a day to celebrate culture, especially because Atlanta is a great place for ethnic cultures and backgrounds and diversity. So because of that, she used Juneteenth as that. But also another event that happened in this episode was that Kelly had a party for her dog. Yeah. That's always nice. Now I just my pet peeve. I get they have pet friendly or animal cruelty free dye, but I just think there's something wrong about dyeing your animals colors that aren't natural. I get humans do it, but I just feel like dogs should be a little bit more sensitive and caring. But that was just my little pet peeve. You want to say anything about
No, I thought the dog looked lovely.
Okay. Maybe that's my peeve.
You just want the dog to be a dog. You ain't got to color it up and all.
Yeah, exactly. You can dress it up.
All the fluffiness. Yeah, right. I thought it's adorable.
But yeah, no. So Kelly, still being a good friend to Britt, she checked on Britt, making sure that Britt was doing better. What else do we have on this
really
list?
wasn't a really exciting episode.
No, it wasn't.
So they got it. They sat down.
One thing though, let's speak about it. Shamea, in this episode that happened last week, she had consulted with another surrogacy.
Right.
And yeah, so they're ready to start on that next child. Hopefully she can finally give her husband a baby boy as he wants.
A baby girl.
Oh, he wants a baby girl.
No, he have a little girl. He have two because he want a boy. You're right. What'd I say? A baby girl? The lines I just said. A baby boy.
Yeah. But yeah, so hopefully cheers to them on that one. Yes. Moving on, Angela had sat down to talk to her husband, the Charles Oakley that everybody is talking about. And it seems like even what's her name? I'm forgetting her name. It's slipping.
Porsha?
No, not Porsha. She's supposed to join Phaedra. Even Phaedra said that you see it in a trailer of what's to come in this season, that even Phaedra knows that some rumors on the street has been that Charles is out there cheating on Angela. And he also doesn't wear his wedding ring when he's out.
Does she know that?
Yes, she does know that.
Well, she love him, and she's like, I'd rather have a piece of a man than no man at all. That's what it sounds like to me. Well, there are some women who deal with that, don't bother them. He probably use a condom.
Yeah.
She probably say, I get it, you're going to let the cheaters cheat. But if we're in it, just use a condom. Don't bring me nothing. And that's the rule. And, and he probably, when he go out here and there, he probably slap it on that side. I don't know. I'm just making it all up.
I mean,
but anyway,
at least 3 people in this season has said it. Porsha, Kelly, Drew, and now Phaedra. That's 4 people that has said that Charles has been.
He's a cheater, pumpkin eater. But he's not a cheater if his wife don't care.
That is true. That is true.
You know.
But she is bringing it to his attention. And he was like, do you believe the rumors? And she said no. Then he was like, okay, then why are we having this kind of conversation if you don't believe the rumors?
Because he know that she can't close her eyes to it. Her marriage to him is more important than what they say. Like she said, if a baby can't take them away, then a woman can.
Yeah.
She didn't say it, but I'm saying it for her.
Mm-hmm.
If I ain't gonna give my man up for a baby, I'm certainly not gonna give him up because he had sex with someone or he having sex out there. No, you can't have him. He's mine, all mine.
Yes. And also in this episode, towards the very end, we got to see that Porsha, I believe, was filming in her mom's house. But she was talking about having a move-in nanny, and
but she was telling him to take the nanny to her upper house.
Oh, okay. Porsha.
Look at it again.
Okay.
She was saying take the nanny wherever she was, not here, but to the other house. And I don't know if she's talking about the big house.
Right, that's what I'm wondering too.
Because
what other house is there, Porsha?
I don't know. I don't know why Porsha want that house. And she up there trying to sell hair or something. She's trying to sell to make that money.
Yep. It's kind of like lingerie bed sheets, pampered by Porsha. All the ladies look beautiful in it, but yeah, so pretty much. Oh, and let's talk about Britt's sister for a second, Cher, the one who had complained to Britt about how she feels like Britt has separated herself and is too much into her husband. And we see again that Cher in this episode that just aired this Sunday, that Cher also has a problem with their other older sister, saying that now that their father has passed away, that she feels like none of the sisters are as close as they used to be. And she's like, you guys know this is really hard on me, and yet none of you guys were there to talk to me. And she was like crying about it. Yeah, I just feel bad for Cher in this situation, because it does seem like she may feel a little bit neglected at this moment. But I get it. Also, dealing with the death of a parent is also a hard thing to cope with. And when you do have sisters, to not be able to fall back on those sisters, I do feel might be kind of sad and tumultuous at that time.
Is that it?
Yes.
Well, that's it. So I'm ready to go to the one of this week.
Yes.
So go ahead. That's what happened. Thank you. That was a very good recap.
Thank you.
You know, now start us with this week.
Okay. Well, first off, we learned that Shamea, I'm not sure if you guys remember, I did not know, but apparently Shamea and Ralph had done a podcast in the past with each other.
Right.
So therefore, Ralph decided to have another meeting with Shamea to talk about them having their own
I didn't know that they were
podcast.
friends.
Right. I didn't know either. And, you know, of course, Shamea was playing, you know, the double fist. She was like, I need somebody here to validate.
I don't think she should have brought Porsha.
Of all people, no, not Porsha. But she also said, I wanted to get the tea. And so let me bring Porsha so Porsha can talk to Ralph. But Porsha had to go make it messy by talking about reading text messages between her and Dennis. How Dennis was saying that, that no, he's not sleeping with Drew, but run me my money. I guess she not paying him. And also Dennis claims that he didn't know he was supposed to be filming with Drew. She said to come over and the cameras was already there.
And another thing, now this may not mean nothing to anyone, but it means something to me. People, I like Ralph. There's something about him I like.
Yes.
I don't know, you know, about Drew. And I've always felt as Drew was a social climber.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I
Definitely.
feel. But with him, I feel as though when people don't like him, I like him. And because he's fresh. You know,
yeah.
And for them for Porsha, she always looking for a freebie. For Porsha to say, pay my food and all of that, and for him to do it, that they act like they knew he was a baller, like not in a drug way, right. That he got clout. They didn't treat him like, you don't have no money. Mm-hmm. They just said, Porsha said, you paying for my food. I couldn't even believe she said that.
I feel
and
you.
So he paid for everything, mm-hmm. what they drink and everything. So I always said he didn't seem like he was a broke man to me.
Yeah.
Not at all. Mm-mm.
I mean, hey, like Drew said, you're paying all the bills.
Right. But apparently, from what I understand, that was Drew's house before. I don't know. I'm not clear on whose house it is, but he pays all the bills. And that the bill about the
Exterminator.
she was supposed to pay that. So
At least pay something.
So that's what I see. I like them. I like it when they put the husbands in, even though they break up. And it made me shocked to know that he knew Shamea.
Yes. I was
Shamea,
shocked.
right?
Yeah, Shamea. Yes, that was a nice surprise to find out. I was shocked. I nearly gasped. I was like, Shamea and
Right.
Ralph?
I was shocked. Right. Mhm.
Yeah.
I thought this was a good episode. Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing. Ralph, I completely forgot about Ty.
Who's Ty?
Ty is that female that Drew was hanging around that was a bit masculine.
Oh, yeah. She said she had an affair with her.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And Ralph had even said that Drew said that Ty made her happy and that she could go to Ty because Ty actually listened to her.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So that brought back memories. I'm like, you're right.
They said Ty.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. It was amazing when they brought back that memory. I'm like, I completely forgot about Ty.
I remember Ty.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. Their marriage has gone through.
Yes. But they not married. They trying to get a divorce.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So Angela had took Kelly on a house tour. Now is Angela a realtor? Because she was trying because she was trying to sell this house for $3 million and Kelly didn't feel like it was worth that
From
price.
what I seen, especially when I saw the master closet, there's no way that I would buy that house for $3 million. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. $1 million maybe. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that did sound like a hefty price there for a second.
$3 million for that? Mm-mm. Maybe $1 million and $1.5 million maybe, but I will take it down half price.
Yeah.
If you want to dump it, dump it.
Yeah, it seems like what she's trying to do, but it also seems like she wants her money's worth. I'm not sure.
But $300,000, I definitely wasn't worth $300,000.
No, at least not for what I seen.
Not from what I seen, and the way it was decorated. No,
no.
She didn't even sell it with arranging the house up or anything.
No.
I would have spent money in that.
Yes, most definitely.
And the closet was so small.
That was a small closet.
I mean, I couldn't. No.
Yes, most definitely.
But back probably when they built that house, people didn't have massive closets then.
That's true.
So like even now with my bedroom, even though it's the master sound like the main bedroom of the house, my closet is not that big. It's walk aroundable.
Yes,
but it's not big. I mean, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I know.
Because it's got shelves and it's got places to store your shoes and all of that and rope. It's definitely
a decently sized closet.
Yeah, and it's got cabinets and everything. So it's the people who had it nicely made. So I got that, but when you go in it, because of the way it is, it's not as big as I would like it. It's big enough. I mean, it's bigger than that. But I get that. But that was, if I look at it, say, oh no, that was too small. I would have to knock out some of the room and expand the closet.
Yes.
Because it could do that in there, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so. The way it looked like the way it was
the
designed,
room seemed like massive. And I don't even know if the master bedroom even had a bathroom. I don't know. It had to, but I don't know enough about the interior.
Now, Angela did confront Kelly to see what Kelly knew about Charles. However, this is what we found out, that actually Angela knows. You know what? You did ask me this earlier, and I had completely forgotten until I read over these notes. That Angela said that her and Charles took a break, and this was during the time when Wendy Williams, throwback right to Wendy Williams.
Right.
When
she said something about the baby.
Baby, yes. And Angela knew at that time that they had taken a break and that Charles had seen another woman or other women during their break of time. So she was just like, if he did cheated, then it was during a time of when we had a break. So I'm not sure if she's trying to defend it or trying to say.
As I said from day one, she's like a little bit of Kenya. To me, when I see her, she's got that kind of messiness. Kenya's not much of a tattletale, but I like the way she's moving. I like her energy. I liked her from the beginning. I like her. She's messy,
Angela is.
But she's willing to put herself out there also.
Yeah, she is.
I like that. It's something about her. She messy, but I like her. She brings flavor to it.
She does.
And it's like she's like little fires everywhere. It's like she strike matches and go, I did it out of love.
Yes.
Out of love. I think y'all need to make up. After she done ironed out your dirty laundry.
Yes.
Now y'all can make up, and she owns it, and she be all nervous like, oh, did I do that? Yes, you know you did it, Heifer. You know you did it. But I do like her. She's little fires everywhere.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, and I think she deliberately do it because of she don't really care about them girls no more. It's like, now we're gonna play.
Yes,
y'all gonna come for me, I'm gonna come for y'all. So, and that's why, the other one I like so much, Kelly. I like her. She's another one.
She is.
She's another one. She doesn't think that she's a fire starter, but she is. She just goes around saying, well, this is what's on the word about the street.
She tells what everybody says to everyone.
Yes, she does. She goes back and tells what everybody says. So she doesn't think she's a little fire, but I do like her. I do. I like her. You know.
Yeah. The new girls are kind of growing on me.
Yes.
Yes. So, Angela did make a meeting with Porsha. Of course, she was like, I'm not going to bring Porsha over to my house. So she brought Porsha over to the country club where they had a little nice tennis game match against each other. Yeah, so pretty much, oh, yes, Angela did mention the fact that her daughter is married to a woman, secretly had gotten married to a woman she didn't realize. And that also kind of like hurt her a little bit, because she's like, I feel bad that my daughter couldn't even come to me and talk to me about this, and she felt like she had to keep it a secret.
And this is Angela.
Yes, Angela. So when she
married a female.
Oh. Yes. So, yeah, now that Angela has ironed that out, she's getting to know her daughter's wife, and they're building a relationship with each other.
Maybe they could show them on camera. They shows one of her daughters out there playing tennis.
Yes, that's the one that's married to a woman.
Oh, they didn't really show her.
No.
They just glimpsed, and I didn't even get a good glimpse of it. So, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, a little bit about them talking, and now let's talk about Drew a little bit, because Drew has made a comment that seems to have bothered Porsha, because Drew was talking about how this record deal, now that she has Dennis working with her, that her music's good.
From what I heard tonight, I think Dennis said they no longer working together. She got somebody else.
But at this time, she felt like Dennis was going to take her career, skyrocket it. And she's like, man, my record's going to sell so much, I'm going to be able to put Polaris through college.
I think she was saying that part to be sarcastic, you know, knowing that would piss Porsha off. Because I was like, Porsha been like, I don't need to pay for my daughter's college. You better pay for that wig. She probably say something ignorant, you know. Porsha Reed, though.
Yes.
And she funny. Go ahead.
So with Angela, Angela had brought to Porsha's attention that Shamea said, and I quote, doesn't want to be seen as Porsha's lapdog.
And she put that thing in her ear. Didn't Michelle do that? No, not Michelle. What's her name?
Angela.
Angela told the other girl. Kelly. She told Kelly.
It was Kelly and Drew and Angela that was all together having that conversation.
Yeah, but at the house.
Yes.
She told Kelly at the house. Kelly went back and told Shamea. Like, word on the curve, girl. You her lapdog. And to top it off, she ain't come to you. Oh, they spread the bone. I like that. That's what I'm saying. That kind of cattiness, I don't mind that. See how this going to pan out. Long as they dealing with truth and they not digging undercover, you know, really. I think that the picture thing would have been done wonderfully too, had it not been done like on camera.
Yes.
And it's something that you could bring to the camera, but you know, I think that could have worked in that gossipy thing. That would have worked real good. But not at the big event.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
But like Shamea has said, everything that these ladies are talking about and discussing, I've always came to you and talked to you first, Porsha. So because
But what I don't understand about Shamea, when what's her name? Karen, no, Sharon, Karen.
Kelly?
No, Sharon, Karen, the older lady.
Angela.
When Angela told Shamea about, I thought that you would say something like, and Shamea was like, not my fight. I thought it was funny. She was just playing. And I think when she did that, I think that's when she said, let me go ahead and punch her in her gut. And then she gave that news to Kelly, knowing Kelly was going to go back.
Yeah.
Because Kelly is a friend that's loyal.
Yes.
It's like if I'm friends with you, if I'm talking about you, I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to say who gave it to you. But if you actually say, I did it, I'm going to own it. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know where you are in the story, but I just got to get here.
Okay.
When they were sitting down in the chair and the lady was telling them, her sister was telling her to make the noise or whatever. Shamea sitting up, looking at.
You could see it all in her face.
Did she look at Porsha with the dirties?
She did.
She gave her the dirty eyes, didn't she?
She did.
She said, the lady said, I don't have to lay down. So
yeah, but if I don't feel comfortable I
feel comfortable sitting up. Did she give her the dirty eye?
She did.
So I could tell that she's ready. I don't know. I think that because for her to get so angry, I think that she just needs to stand up and tell Porsha off.
Yes, finally. I mean, we also knew that she mentioned before that she had a little stifle of Porsha when Porsha denied that was her singing in the song.
Right.
So it's been building up.
But it's so weird how Porsha flipped the script.
Yes.
And Porsha started making me think, yeah, that is wrong. Especially when she started crying.
Yes.
I was like, oh, Shamea. She flipped that script. She a player. Because she flipped the script where it made me for a moment saying, oh, that really hurt Porsha.
Mm-hmm.
And because, I like Porsha.
Yeah, try to make Shamea look like the bully of the
situation. And she flipped it so that, and Shamea was like going after like a pit bull.
Uh-huh.
Give it to me. Let me at her. But Porsha, do you think Porsha backed off?
Well, actually, a little bit. I did see a little bit of the Watch What Happens Live show that came on after that.
Mm-hmm.
It was Shamea and what's her name? That one girl from Vanderpump Rules, Ariana. It was those two on there, and Andy did ask about Shamea's relationship with Porsha, if it's at a stop or if they're going to continue working on their friendship. And Shamea basically said, I'm stopping the friendship at this very moment.
Okay.
But if Portia's willing to talk it out and reach out, then yes. But if Portia's not going to do that, then this is as far as our friendship is going. Yeah. Yeah,
but I don't want to tell what's going to happen, but I think they need to talk.
They really do.
If you are a friend, and I don't think that she was out talking about her. She was talking about herself, her relationship with Porsha.
Yeah.
Porsha took it like he was talking about me. I don't think she talked about you at all. She was talking about the relationship and seeing how the injustice in the relationship.
It is.
And I think she really wanted to do it. And the way she does treat Shamea does look like her lapdog, honestly.
Always been in the shadow.
Just in the shadow. And she said, you didn't want me to
be on the show.
And she said, yes, I did. But what do you do when your husband don't want to film? That's a part of the show. So I was like, she got her right there. That quieter.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Yeah. And sometimes people like to treat you. People that treat you like Porsha, there are people out there that they say you're a friend, but they treat you like that. The bottom line is, do you want a friend like that?
That is true.
You can have friends that you in love with them, but they may not be in love with you, but you don't want to end the friendship. So you have to get over your feelings, put yourself in the friend's corner and be respectful. There's always something. Mm-hmm. You don't have to let it go. I think that those girls need to talk it out.
They really do need to talk it out, especially because they've been friends since grade school. So
yeah, but it doesn't look like Porsha wants to deal with it.
No, Porsha, because Porsha's on this train. She was like, I'm going through a divorce. I'm very stressed. I don't have time to deal with Drew. I don't have time to deal with Shamea. I don't have time to deal with anything besides this divorce and Dennis because they're stressing me out. So she's trying to have this little own zen. I'm just going to be the better
but then
person.
she goes into her dark nature and hawk fire, and then she goes in and walk away. She does her dirt and then try to hide her hand.
Yes.
So she's doing that, but still, I know there are people that think she's not bringing nothing. I think she's bringing something. Yeah. I see
I'm
what she's
starting
doing.
to see it now.
I see it. She's maneuvering. She's shaking up things. But what it does seem like.
Okay.
It does seem like the females are like trying to be a part of the Porsha crew, like sit at her feet and they like kiss butt. Mm-hmm. It just seemed that way. Like, come on, the mama girls, come on. If you dare, come and sit at my feet and be. That's what it looks like to me. What do you think?
Yeah, I can see that. And I also enjoy the fact that Cynthia says that she doesn't like to see when the women in the friend group try to pin friendships against each other.
That's old lady Cynthia. Old lady Cynthia. That's what she is. She old to me. Jesus. That's what she say. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Old lady Cynthia.
Yes. Speaking of Drew, going back to Drew, I did forget to mention that she had spoke with a therapist. I have a question mark on that because I might have missed it, but I'm not quite sure who she was having this conversation with. But she talked to this therapist, cried it out a little bit. She just seemed to talk it out about her situation with Ralph and what's going on with her and Porsha. Oh, this was her big concern that she brought up, is that music is her safe space. Mm-hmm. And because Dennis is trying to lie on her, music is no longer her safe space because Dennis has infiltrated it and made it feel unsafe to be able to be vulnerable and express herself now.
The nerve of some people. The nerve of other people's children. That's all I got. The nerves of her.
Yes.
So.
So yeah. And then there was that Pampered by Porsha event, which where everything.
But I do think that she doesn't. She really had her storyline is weak, but she's such a presence.
That is true.
She's such a presence when she is there. She's the fun group, and Shamea is the fun part of the group too. But like I said, I don't know. I just think the ladies are just a little too glammy for me. And speaking of this, they just look phony, like too glam with the feathers and all of that. It's just over the top. Going to a dog park with high heels on. That's true. Just over the top with their dressing.
Mm-hmm, that is true. But it seems like all the ladies, you're right, they are really focused in on Porsha and Porsha and Shamea's relationship, friendship. We've pretty much talked all about, we know that Kelly says that she really feels that, and I quote, Shamea needs to put her big girl panties on and because she's been Portia's lapdog.
To me, to be close with Porsha, you would have to be take second. She's going to take the camera. She's going to do it. Will. And she takes it. And so they all look like they're trying to be little Portias. Mm-hmm. She's an energy. She's got a big energy. She really does. Mm-hmm. And, but she also is a person that can be very deceptive, but she also not afraid to confront.
That is true.
And she brings stuff to the table. So I don't want to see her go.
That is true. Porsha's this new light of Porsha, because she's going through this divorce. I feel like we're seeing a different side of her. Maybe that could be because, no, she was still the same way even when Kenny was on the show. But there's just something about Porsha's different this season that she's starting to grow on me. Because at the very beginning of the season, I was kind of not a Porsha fan.
And when I think about Britt, I'm starting to like Britt, but because of, to me, the unfairness what happened to her, I just don't think. But I like her though. But she found another love, and that is she wants to be a little Porsha now.
Oh yeah, speaking of Britt, thank you for reminding me.
It's hard for me. And her husband got a fat gut. I thought he was slim.
I did too. But he met with Cher, Britt's sister, that was crying, saying that, your husband taking you away from me. So he finally sat down and have a conversation with her, and he reassured her that I am not as controlling as Britt is making it out to seem.
I believe that.
And that Britt doesn't need to ask him for permission to do anything. She's free to do her own. She doesn't have
so
to.
He hearing what the rumors are
out.
And you seen that he kind of lighten up, but I don't know, when he was in the kitchen cooking, this in my opinion, the way he was moving, he seemed a little sugary to me.
I'll
look at it again and see how he was at the and at that moment. I wonder, is that marriage a real marriage, or is he on the show perpetrating? Because he seemed a little sugary to me. I'm not saying he is. I saw a little sugar, especially when he was in the front of the look back at him.
I definitely gotta look back at that.
When he was in the kitchen and she was filming, and the way he was moving, he just was moving feminine to me. No judgment. Be you. Be happy. Find your peace. And it ain't worth losing your mind over who you are and what you enjoy. What is your preference? I truly believe I believe that, because if that's what you are and that's what you need, then and that brings you happy, everyone is entitled to their happiness.
Yes, that is true.
As long as you're not hurting no one. I feel that.
Yeah.
But look at it and see.
I will definitely look back at that.
And I said, he seemed a little, I didn't say anything, but I know, because you went to fix something to eat because you had already ate.
I got you.
It. So we're gonna look back at it, and we're gonna see it
more closely.
And then if you see it when we come back next week, we'll pick up and you'll remember to say something about the sugary. You know.
So yeah, that was pretty much it this episode, because the Pamper by Porsha was mostly the confrontation between her and Shamea.
And I hate to see it, but this is what it's all about. Bring on the drama, bring on the news.
And it was a sister circle where, weirdly enough, I'm not sure if it's just because Lauren is Porsha's sister, but it seemed like she wanted everyone to go around and air their baggage that they have with Porsha specifically. And so that seemed to bring up the drama, because first Angela had apologized to Porsha. I was like, I'm glad that we're able to move towards a friendship. And of course, Porsha doesn't want Angela to be friends with Drew.
Right.
So she was like, I'm glad we're able to build a friendship. And then Kelly says that she really admires Porsha and Shamea's friendship, and that they should be able to talk out whatever they need to talk out. So that's how Kelly felt for Porsha. And yeah, it was just a sister circle. Everybody tell your problems or issues that you have with each other or with Porsha, so we could move forward.
And when Shamea started yelling, did not Porsha say, I'm checking out of this?
She did. And even when Shamea was whispering to Kelly, when Kelly checked on her during the meditation.
She was just poking at her. Didn't she call her a B? A hoe or something?
She could have, but she definitely said, I know she is not at peace at all. It's probably choking her, she said. But during that whisper conversation, Porsha sure did look up and said, shh.
She did.
She shushed them several times.
Shut up.
You're interrupting my peace. Right then and there, you already knew there was a beef, because Porsha had to interrupt the meditation just to shush her. Yes. So yeah, that was pretty much it this episode.
That was it.
Yes,
that was it. Yes, I thought it was very good. I'm curious to see what's going to happen next episode. So we thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed our recap on the two past episodes. It was interesting, and like I said, Porsha and Shamea, I want to see what goes on. It's sad that have to happen. And even if she is Portia's lapdog, you seem like you like that position. You shouldn't let people make you feel bad if you're okay with it. Anyway, that's my own opinion. I hope you enjoyed it. We enjoyed sharing that moment with you. And you know what we say? Hey, if you like us, please subscribe. And please thumb us up. Please, if you just, you don't got to do nothing, just boop, that's it. That's all you got to
Yes.
do. And we appreciate it. And so with this, we'd like to see you again next week. We'll give you our commentary
Yes.
on the situation with the Atlanta women.
Yes.
And with that being said, you know what we said?
Mm-hmm.
Sunflowers.